There was a book a couple years ago that was pretty popular. I picked up called Give and Take. I believe it's called Give and Take. It was a lot about how the perception is that takers are strong. Takers are the ones who get the most results. But in fact, when you look at it, givers are the ones that make the least amount of money in the bigger picture, but givers are also the ones that make the most amount of money. And in between those two areas are the takers, and they're perceived to make a lot of money. But at the highest of the high, givers make the most money. And that's actually an interesting thought in this inquiry I'm having, because where I have been playing, I wouldn't say it as a taker. What I would say is, I don't think of myself as a taker. But take that same thought process and put it like joy and curiosity and playfulness. I think those people can also make the least amount of money, but they also the ones that can make the most amount of money. And everybody in between is using competition, anger, what's in it for me. They're doing all of that stuff. I've been doing all of that stuff. And so, again, to go to the next level, I'm going to have to start to look at like reconnecting to the joy, the curiosity, the playfulness, because that's who I really am. That's who I really am. That's who I really am. And I've had to augment my behavior for 20 years. I've thought in order to produce a result, to be taken seriously, etc. So look, here, let's flip this around now. What have you been doing since you've been in business that you thought you had to do to be taken seriously? Because all right, well, I just got interrupted by a phone call and proceeded to use my anger to exert my control over the frustration of that moment, because I was on a roll and I was flipping that around. So this is the miracle of technology and splicing together two video clips. I've now put my phone on Do Not Disturb. Note to self, if you're recording your videos for your show or your posts, pre-record it on your camera from your phone. Put it on Do Not Disturb, because a phone call will interrupt and stop the recording. Okay, let's see if I can stop myself from going to second anger there. Okay, so we're flipping this around, right? I have to get the whole thing, right? You got to get present again to like where I was at in that conversation. So if we flip this around, the question becomes for you, what energy have you felt like you've had to use to produce a result in business because who you naturally are isn't good enough? What energy, what thing have you put on like a jacket, right? What have you cloaked yourself in to be taken seriously, to look like you have it figured out, to make yourself do the work that you have to do but haven't wanted to do? Like, what's that energy? And what I'm experiencing and what I'm suggesting to you is that energy is a lid on your results.